And we're live. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another Extraordinary Light Show, episode number 20.
Is it 20?
Yes!
Oh, we got to celebrate for episode number 20.
How are we going to celebrate, Lily?
I don't know. Celebrate
Well,
by
we
doing
need to-
squats.
No squats, please.
You don't like squats? Oh, squats are the best.
I am still a little bit sore from the
I'm doing the squats right
yesterday's
now.
like. Yeah, and like so proper because you're against the wall. That's awesome.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is. How are you doing, Alexandra?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little bit sore.
From?
Yesterday, Daniel and I, we ran 12 miles.
Mm.
So I'm a little bit sore, but it's not bad that I thought it would be. It's weird. Like maybe the bad soreness is coming tomorrow, like 2 days after, I don't know. But I feel good, like a little bit sore. I have plenty of blisters, but I'm waiting for my new sneakers to arrive so that should solve the problem. So
Why don't you tell our beautiful souls what you're doing, what your goal is?
our goal, we're gonna run a marathon, and it's in Serbia, April 21st. And I am very happy because we were supposed to run a marathon this year, like last month, but we couldn't because of the date. So now I'm happy because we're gonna run our first marathon in our home country. So that's gonna be very special. And I talked to my mom yesterday about it, and I said, you know what, like you know, they're gonna be there for us, like on the finish line. And I said, don't you worry, you can arrive like 4 or 5 hours after the race start because that's how long it's gonna take for us to finish, like 4.5 hours maybe.
So how long does it usually? I don't run, so I don't know. To me, it sounds good. How long would it usually take?
Well, that's like I would say average, like
Okay.
for like somebody like professional, they can finish like in 2 hours and something.
Okay.
But for us, 4.5, it's pretty good.
Nice.
So that would be-
Anything about the mindset? Like, do you have a certain mindset when you're running?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
And we'll still gotta build it. Like yesterday, what was strange is we were running yesterday and we were talking. Like it's crazy for me that I can run and talk at the same time, but I can. And we were talking about mindset and how like I still didn't run more than 13.1 miles. That was the most ever I ran.
Mm-hmm.
And like there is the different studies and everything about marathon trainings and everything. And like I think from 18 to 20th mile when you run is the hardest, and then you like it's like make it or break it for people because your body's you're just dying and everything is in head. So that's when you build the character, and then when it's your mindset plays role, right? So I'm looking forward to that little challenge. And also now we were running, and this little technique, we start doing it smiling. It's awesome. Like I always keep reminding them, smile, smile, because it works. And it's amazing, like this body-mind connection. I still don't know like science to prove it and like to explain it, but it works. Like we were running, and if I feel like, a little bit tired, we just start smiling, and it's awesome. And yeah, we're gonna continue doing that. So
that's so good. I know. I think that applies for everything. If something goes bad, just smile. And
yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? You know, you lose all your work, you smile.
Yeah, like maybe yesterday or 2 days ago,
Evan.
Evan, he was working on his website and everything got deleted. So he said, what I can do, smile. And that was awesome.
What else are you going to do, right? You're going to cry? Like, it makes things worse. I know. It's all about the mind. That's for sure. We got a beautiful soul in, 2 beautiful souls. Do you see what Daniel is writing?
Well, Daniel started the body weight program as well. So he said he likes to call himself a Danny Bro because he's just funny. And he said Danny Bro has his ass cheeks on fire today. because of the run, and he did the exercises. Like, that's awesome. So we are building the body and the mind and the character. So it's awesome. And Dani says here, hi Dani.
Hello, darling.
So yeah.
All right.
How you been, Lily? What's going on with you?
I am good. I am good. I am busy, but I'm very good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in the process of kind of changing up my routine a little bit. You know, I like to look at my morning routine and to see like what kind of things can I change up, because I've been feeling a little bit low energy, and I can't. Like, you know, it's just good to change it up. So I changed up some of my routine. I'm spending more time outside now in the mornings. So that's
what do you do?
I go for very long walks. And I've been listening to audiobooks.
Oh, nice. What are you listening now?
Right now, I just finished Daniel's book, Breaking Normal. Breaking Normal. So it's a book about it's a lot of reflective exercises on like what we think is reality, like things that people tell us, but what actually is our truth. So he talks a lot about that. So it's a really good book. It's on, I like audiobooks better. I think there's something cool about, because I used to listen to audiobooks while sitting, and it's okay. It's okay. It was good. But like walking and like listening to audio, kind of like letting it kind of sit in your body and like just like really feeling the inspiration around you is like, it actually helps. So that's what I changed that up. And I started doing this weird meditation.
There is no such a thing as weird meditation.
It's a test. I'm experimenting. It's called dynamic meditation.
What is it about?
So it's based on, it's Osho, the philosopher Osho. It's based on his teachings. I don't really, full disclaimer, I don't really know much about Osho. I just discovered this meditation. I want to find out more about him. I don't know how I feel about him as a philosopher. But this meditation goes through different phases, and it starts off by just doing chaotic breathing, like just it's all the intention behind the meditation is to really express your body instead of just like thinking about everything. So it's like very movement oriented. So first it starts out with chaotic breathing. You have to like breathe chaotically. Then there's a catharsis, so you scream, shout, laugh, cry, whatever you want. And then you have to ground yourself. And then there's like a tranquil, you just lie down. And then the last part is just like sway, dance to music. So
that's awesome. That's
what I've been doing. It's scary for people who don't know what it is that you're doing. They're like, why are you screaming like a crazy person? But that's the point. To kind of
I love it. What is the name of the? I need to write this down.
It's called dynamic meditation. It's called dynamic, and it's based on Osho. It's actually a lot of people use it to treat depression.
I was actually maybe a few weeks ago. I was talking to my friend about why people get so positive and happy when they go to the concert, let's say, and they're like screaming and dancing and get everything out of the system. Because not many people wants to cry, which I believe is very important. So when you we need to scream, do something out of the normal, to heal ourselves. Yeah. So let's say this makes so much sense because you're doing all these things. There is not your usual routine things that you're doing. And that's gonna help you release everything. That's so amazing. I cannot wait to try this.
Really good. You just have to not be around people while you're doing it.
Why not?
That's true. That's true. Who cares?
That's awesome. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There you go. All right.
Oh, look at this. We have Radmila here. Hi, Radmila. And Tracy. Hello, ladies. And Bo, I'm here. My mission in life now is to make Bo cry. Because he didn't cry for years, and I believe it's very healing. So, Bo, I got you. I make you cry.
Don't you guys have hangouts every week?
Yes. We didn't do it last week, but yeah, I will.
It's your chance. You could talk to him about Skechers and how terrible those shoes are. He knows what I'm talking about.
Then he maybe start crying.
Yeah, it's his favorite shoes in the world, and if you insult it, he gets very upset. So there you go.
Daniel is commenting, oh my God, like we are not already weirdest people in the building. Now they will hear Alex screaming daily.
Good.
Well, we are just not like a regular people, so that's fine.
Embrace
the craziness, and
yeah,
I always said
that last week. Embrace the crazy.
Embrace the crazy. Oh my God.
All right, Alex.
Okay, Lily, I am ready.
So I have some questions for Alexandra, as you guys know, as always. So the first question.
Something is blocked. Lily, I don't hear you. I don't know what's going on. I don't hear anything. Lily?
Are you there?
I am. Are you there?
Okay.
Something is breaking. Beautiful souls, can you hear us? Can you hear us good? Beautiful souls.
Alex?
Beautiful souls. Lily?
Am I here? Can you see me?
Yes, yes. Now it's good.
Okay. Okay. You didn't hear my question though, right?
No, I did not.
Okay. So the question is coming from Sid. Sid is asking, I am going through writer's block. Can you help me?
I love this question. And actually, it's I can kind of relate to that right now. So every week I have a mastermind group with the Danica. So we just finished ours before this live, and I was talking something about that. So writer's block. So you come here, you want to create, you have something like you want to do, and there is just nothing coming out of your head. And why is that, right? Like how to deal with it? Should you push it? Should you like, make this productivity chunk and make you write at least something? Or should you just let it go and go outside, do something and be inspired? When inspiration hit, then you will do your thing. And the opinions are different, right? People saying different things, and you should figure out what works for you. So I want to share a personal thing. So Danica and I, we have every week specific goals that we need to hit, like for our mastermind group. So mine was to hit 3 videos. So I needed to film and post 3 videos this week. And that's been going on for a few weeks now. And I didn't do it this week. So I was like, when I'm talking, when I'm writing or preparing, or when I'm talking to Daniel, to people around me, I have good ideas. I have these stories. I have this teaching that I want to say, and that inspire people, that can help people, and I'm super excited. But then when I need to film, I don't. So it's hard for me to film a video. So it's like, why is this happening? Like, I love to do this. I love making videos. I love getting feedback. I love seeing that I help people, that I inspire people, but then I don't do it. So it's like, what is this block that I'm having that is like holding me in a place? So after like my meditation and self-realizations and asking questions, I realized that what is holding me is I think I'm here on a doorway, and now I'm ready for a next level, and I'm kind of scared of the next level. So the next level being, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go a little more, do something more practical outside of my house, outside of the YouTube. I'm gonna maybe create some course, or like sell my coachings, or maybe do something more professional wise, or help people on a bigger scale. So there is a next level I need to reach, and I think I came to the point when I need to cross it, and I am scared of it. And I didn't even realize it until I was like meditating and asking myself, what's going on? Like, why I don't film? Because if I film, I will get better, and when I get better, I will go next level. And that next level is obviously out of my comfort zone, and I wasn't even realizing and thinking about it until a few days ago. So I was like, oh, this is cool. So now when I have this, this block or writer's block or whatever, I can just tell myself, you know what? This is just my fear of getting to the next level. So I can approach it that way, and then I can say, you know what, like, remind myself why I'm doing it, what is my mission, that it's okay, it's not fear, it's excitement. And then I can do all these little techniques that I have now when I know why this is happening. And So I was very happy with this realization. And also another thing that I realized, that sometimes I feel resentment if I said I need to film today, and I'm filming the video just because I said it need to be today, not because I'm really inspired to do it. So it's kind of starting to be like a job, which I don't want ever to be. So I need to find this balance. I know you're not supposed to do things only when you're inspired, because you're not gonna do things you need to do. But also you shouldn't do it just because you said it if you don't feel any like positive emotions about it. So I don't want to like relate my YouTube and my business to work and to like grinding and staying up late just to be and do whatever I said to be, and not feeling it. So it was like a lot of self-realization for me this week about, and I love this question because it's perfectly for this. So find that balance and also realize what is that exactly that is your block. So is it getting on next level? Is it whatever it is for you? Like you need to figure it out, and then go and do a little techniques like go for a walk or do something what brings creativity to you. So now let's say I know what is my block. So next time when I have feel this resentment, I can have a little talk to myself and break through that and actually, go to that one extra step and the next level. So
yeah. That's an interesting point. I think that's a situation that a lot of people are in. Like some people are afraid of success. Like they fear success, which it seems like a really counter thing. Like you would think, okay, it makes sense to be afraid of failure, but afraid of success, that's weird. But a lot of people have that, right? And it's good that you have the realization. Is there something that people can do to like flush that out? Like what is it really? Like you have amazing self-awareness, and that took a lot of work and effort to actually get there. But like say it's people who don't have that self-awareness, is there something that they can do?
Well, first you need to practice self-awareness. So meditating, writing down, asking yourself questions about everything. And then being very open to hear the answer. Because sometimes we would ask, and then we don't want to hear the answer. Like, let's say if you go to your partner and you say, you know what, like, am I a good wife? And then you want to hear, yes, you are, and you don't want to hear the truth. And if even, let's say I come to my husband and I say, what I'm doing wrong? And then he point me out all the things, and I would say, no, I'm not. Like, I'm asking just to approve of my opinion, like to be sure that what I'm doing is right, but I'm not really open to hear the truth. So realizing that hearing the truth is always the best thing that can happen. And doesn't matter how it can hurt you in a moment, but when you know it, you can fix it, you can change it. And starting there, just a lot of self-realization and just practicing. Like, you cannot get it overnight. You need to do it. And in not just, let's say, in this situation, what is my creative block, but in everything, like how I'm feeling about this, why I said that, how I doing this, why I did this, why I'm watching this, why I'm not. Like, ask yourself about anything you do, anything you feel, everything you say, why I did this. And listen to the answer, and keep reminding yourself it's okay to not know, it's okay to make a mistake, it's okay not to be, nobody's perfect, right? So I can only get better if I know what's wrong. So tell me. So be open.
I love that, because it's a difference between feedback and validation. People would often ask me, hey, Lily, what do you think about this book cover? What do you think about my book? Like, I get that a lot, reviewing people's books. And I always ask them, like, do you want my honest feedback or do you want validation? Because if I say, oh, it looks amazing, then it's validation. So I always ask, and they're like, no, I want your honest feedback. And then I'll go into the honest feedback and what it is that you actually want from me. And I think it's good to differentiate between the two. So it's good. We have to give ourselves honest feedback and have that self-awareness. I like it.
What would be your advice for creative blocks?
For creative blocks, I think it's important. Again, this ties back to self-awareness. Figuring out what your style is. I personally hate writing myself. I have to write a lot. I have to write content. I have to write copies. I have to write emails and all sorts of things. And for me to sit down and write something is like the most excruciating, torturing experience I could ever go through. So what I do is very different. I go for a long walk and I have a voice note on my phone and I just talk to it. I just talk to it. And then when I get home, I feed it through on my computer. I bring it up on my computer and I fix up the grammatical errors. So it's a lot more natural because I love speaking more and talking more than I like writing. So I go for a long walk and I just speak into my phone and I transcribe everything and put in the grammar. If there's any grammatical errors or anything, to just fix it up. And it works really well for me. So that's what I do. But that comes down to figuring out your style. Like you were saying, some people go for a walk. Sometimes maybe it's great for you to sit and write for 5 hours straight. Maybe you need to write like 2 crappy pages a day. I've heard a lot of writers say that maybe you want to do like crappy rough drafts in a day. But the most important thing is what you were saying earlier is figuring out what your block is. I think, especially if someone's writing a book, they're like, yeah, this has to be like the best book in the world. The whole world is relying on this. And then that pressure just kind of stifles your creativity. It's okay. If your first draft is crappy, that's okay. You'll get better. It's fine. Get some feedback and get better. Like, no need to put that much pressure on yourself for anything, not but just book, for everything in general. So that's my answer.
Yes, I love it. Stop making all these expectations and everything. Other people pulling on ourselves, and we do it. So it's just not healthy. We should have a pressure, but just healthy pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to have some pressure, but not to the point that it's negative and it's like actually bringing you down. If it's blocking you and you're not writing, then that's not good pressure.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I do too. We have a second question. Second question, Alexandra, comes from Michael. Michael is asking, how can I beat fatigue and the desire to sleep when I have already slept enough time? I think you have a good answer for that.
I love this question. Fatigue. What is that? Like feeling tired, exhausted all the time, even though if you slept like 12 hours, you wake up and you're like feeling, oh my God, like, oh, I need to do this. Like you're not excited, you don't have energy, and it's just not a fun place to be. So first thing that I would say and recommend it is like check your health, because let's say food you're eating, of course, if you get enough, we are talking this if you're getting enough sleep, not you're sleeping 3 hours and you're feeling tired, right? So you get enough sleep. So food, it's so important. I cannot stress this enough. Proper nutrition, it's so crucial here. Also drinking enough water and exercising, moving your body, getting all these energy flows. And a lot of people are not excited about things they're doing, but that's just one of the reasons. So if you're doing something you're not excited, you're gonna feel tired. But then also you can do something you're excited about and then also feel tired. And then you need to check in with your health. And I would say now, after we went on a plant-based diet, it was amazing energy boost for us. But then at one point we felt that we are kind of feeling tired, even though we were exercising and we were doing all the things, we were eating proper food, and then we realized that we need to take vitamin 12 supplement. So we start doing that and our energy went up again. So, do a little research on the vitamins and nutrition you need to have in your body, and then look at your food and are you getting all of those nutritions? Are you moving? And are you doing something that really inspires you? So, and drink enough water. So staying hydrated is very important. So it seems like a simple answer, but it's not really simple to practice if you don't have this lifestyle. But you can start from one thing, like let's say, start with the water. That's the easiest one. Like I'm just going to drink more water throughout the day. I'm going to reduce the coffee and everything. So start there and then see how you feel. and then implement another thing. And then don't go and reach through supplements and caffeine pills and stuff. Do things that you can, simple as water and food and movement. You know, go more for a walk or for a jog, or do something, some kind of exercising or stretching or something to, like, you know, make this energy flow, and that's gonna help you for sure. So that's what I would say.
I like it. It's so important. Food is so important. It makes such a big difference. So that's really good. And that's really good practical advice, like food, water, moving your body and everything. The last thing I would add is really, for Michael, is asking yourself the question is, are you inspired in life? It's not necessarily like I don't like talking about motivation so much. I'm talking about actually inspiration. Are you waking up inspired? And if you're not, most of us, I wake up pretty crusty. Okay. I don't wake up like, oh, look at this. Birds are flying. I need some sort of inspiration. And for me, it's like, I see that I'm accountable for spreading my inspiration. So I think about my routine. I wake up in the morning and I'll share something on Instagram, something that is inspiring me. So having the inspiration in the morning, like, it makes me really excited. I have fatigue days. Like, I'm not perfect. I wake up tired. I wake up crusty. I wake up, you know, in pain. And it's really finding the inspiration and having something important to look forward to. And it doesn't have to be like this giant world-changing mission, or it could be, but something great. Maybe you think to yourself, like, I would love to wake up and do something kind for my mother today. And that's something that you look forward to, will give you that energy. And then that in combination with food and water and movement and all of that stuff is going to be amazing. I think, Alex, your advice is really good, because that's the first thing that we need to check. It's like, am I eating enough? Am I eating well? Am I drinking enough water? Am I sleeping enough? And if that's all a yes, then maybe there's another issue, and it's more to do with your lifestyle and the mindset you're in. But it's easy. It's easy to check all those things that you mentioned. That's the first thing I would do, is like check all those things.
Yeah. And sometimes the smallest change is, let's say, like we just start taking B12 supplement and changed our whole day, our whole life. So it can be simple as that. Just do and, check what's going on.
You don't have to go into, some lifelong crisis if you're tired. Maybe it's just vitamin supplements. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it takes.
It's true. It's so true. It's very true.
So, and I'm seeing a lot of comments here.
Oh my God, so many comments.
Beautiful stuff. The clip is here. And my sister, Jana Jordan is here.
Hello.
Melissa, hi, Melissa. And Tracy. I love how everybody's like talking to each other. And I love it, because I don't like reading the comments while we are live, because I want to really focus on what you're saying. I want to hear you, want to be here. And I love that my husband, he's commenting. So he's like kind of my support here.
He's your admin.
He's my admin. So that's very cool. And I love it. I love it. This is just so, I always remember like when we first started, there was no comments at all. My mom and my sister commented, and my husband, and now these people like supporting each other and like changing advice and everything. That's really, really inspiring. We're doing something really big here, Lily.
I know, it's true, and it's little by little, right? It's just one person at a time. I love it. I love it, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see, what are they saying though? They're all talking to each other. They're all talking to each other. There you go. Something about Tom.
Tom Bilyeu. Oh my God, Tom Bilyeu is the king. I remember I was watching him. I was following Tom Bilyeu for a very long time, and I'm so impressed by him, and also his wife Lisa.
Yeah.
And I would tell Daniel all about it all the time, and he would be like, "Yeah, another of my obsessions." So then one day he just watched one of his like Ask Me Anything. That he has like 1 hour show, and he got so impressed by him because Tom is really amazing. And then Daniel became obsessed with Tom. So he would say, he watched so much of his content, and he said, I cannot find not even one negative thing I can say, and Daniel can find negative things. So he said, like, I cannot find not even one negative thing about this guy. He's awesome. So I'm very happy because now we're watching together and we are commenting, and like, you know, like it's always better when you are with somebody in something. So I love it. So, and one day, because Tom's dream is to make a studio bigger than Disney, and now Daniel's dream is to work in Tom's studio. So that's gonna be very fun.
That's so good. Yeah, Tom is awesome. Do you have a favorite interview with him, or do you like his AMAs better? Like, do you like when he interviews people? Or do you like him answering the questions?
I like AMAs better. I love the interviews. I think he's the best interviewer like ever. And he's really shifting the interview style, and he's raising the bar for the people who are making interviews. But his AMAs are also raising a bar because he's answering on so many questions, and on such a deep, profound level with the practical advice, which is just unbelievable. And I catch myself that I don't even comment, because it would be like this long comment with everything I want to say and everything that I got inspired from each video. Yeah. So I need to change that. I need to be a little more active on his channel, because he really provides a lot of value. And that's my next goal, like to show my support a little more. Yeah. And yeah, but like, I'm very, very impressed by him. So if you're watching this, my beautiful souls, and you don't know who Tom Bilyeu is, go check it out. Tom Bilyeu, Impact Theory is his. So it's very.
Yeah, he's awesome. Do you have a favorite episode that he did? Any favorite topics?
None now on top of my mind. There is so many, and every time any episode I watch, I always say this is my favorite. Oh my God, this is my favorite.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know, like to point just one, it would be unfair. Do you have your favorite?
I don't watch his AMAs as much. I have watched his interviews. So I was a big fan of Tom Bilyeu before he started interviewing, because Quest. I used to love these Quest bars, and that's his original business. And I discovered him because I was looking for Carol Dweck's stuff. So she talks a lot about mindset, and she had an interview. So I've been following him for a while when he used to call it Inside Quest, and now it's called Impact Theory. I think he left the business, and now he's doing his own thing. My favorite interview with him would be with Dr. Shefali. Dr. Shefali, one of my favorites. I have a few. Dr. Shefali, she's a parenting psychologist, and she just has a very unique and different perspective on parenting that makes so much sense. And it's a little bit controversial, and it really opened my eyes up towards parenting. So that's my favorite interview.
Cool. I remember now when the first time I watched one of his interviews was many years ago, and it was with Tony Robbins. So it was like 1 hour long interview, and I really watched all the content.
I've never seen that.
I don't even think there is still. It was like before you started
around anymore.
I don't know if it's still there, because they changed everything. They like started a new Impact Theory thing, but before it was in Tony Robbins' houses. So maybe they're probably still somewhere on internet. So
I gotta check that out.
You need, because I watched every content that Tony Robbins ever was on anywhere. I watched everything about Tony Robbins. But when I watched this interview, I just play it, and I was doing something around the house, and then I sit down and I was watching like this, because the questions he asked, the way he asked them, it was just unbelievable. And it was totally different things coming from Tony that I never heard before. And I was like, wow, how he did this. And it was very, very moving. So then when I start to like research a little more about Tom, because I was very impressed the way he did interview with Tony Robbins. So that's when my obsession with Tom Bilyeu started.
Yeah. I gotta check that out. I've never seen it. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Nice. Like it.
So everybody should, this is the point of the day. Check Tom Bilyeu.
Awesome.
And we are coming to the end of this beautiful show. And Daniel is saying David Goggins' interview with Tom. Yeah, David Goggins' interview was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. It's we want to talk about marathons.
Yeah,
it's a lot
and
about
actually,
talking about mindset and marathons.
He's inspired us a lot. Even we say, like, if he could do this, like everything he did and running with all these breaks and his legs falling apart and cracking and breaking, we can do a couple of miles. That's nothing. If he can do 100 miles, we can do a couple of miles.
Oh my God, it's insane. Love it.
So very nice. And do you have something to say for the end? Lily, some message.
Let me think. Yeah. I think I'm going to go back to the question that Michael had in the morning, talking about fatigue. This has been showing up a lot. People ask me this question all the time. Like, Lily, I'm lazy. I procrastinate. I'm tired all the time. I don't believe there's such thing as laziness. I just believe there's uninspired moments. So it's important to find the inspiration, however that looks like for you, whatever inspires you. It could be a purple elephant for all I care. Find the inspiration. And yeah, I think people, and also using language like I'm lazy, that's not nice. Don't ever use language that kind of limits you. So that's where I'm going to keep it. No such thing as laziness, just uninspired moments. Find your inspiration.
Oh, nice. I like it. And I love that you said, don't say being like be impeccable with your words. One from
yeah, exactly. That is so important. This has been showing up so much, Alexandra. I'm seeing it everywhere. It's like we speak words of limitations or empowerment. So be impeccable with your word. I love it that you brought it up.
Yes. So be impeccable with your word. And don't say I'm lazy. Say I'm finding inspiration. Let's say.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna trigger your mind to find the inspiration. And I'd say, oh, I'm lazy. Let me just lay down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What about you? What do you have to say at the end?
I would say I will go back for the first question then, if you talk about the second one, and about the blocks and the self-realizations. Don't be afraid to realize what you're doing wrong. You're not perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. We are all making progress. We are all improving and growing and learning, and that is the best thing. Like the best thing, but I was just talking to Daniel about it yesterday. The best thing is when you're in a room and everybody are better than you. Everybody are smarter, everybody are more successful, and you're here and everybody is like, you're laughable, right? Like but then you can grow. So, but in order to grow and learn and catch all these beautiful things from people around you is to realize and be self-aware that you are not the best, you're not the greatest, and there's so much more you can do, but if you know what you need to do and what is your block, what is thing that is really holding you in the place. So a lot of self-awareness, my beautiful souls. A lot of meditation and writing, and realize what is that you need to do and what is that you need to learn, and go and do it.
Amazing. Love it.
Yay. A lot of light and love to you, all the beautiful souls. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Lily. I love you for your time.
Bye-bye, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.